This is B. Nagaraju, contract lecturer in botany from Government Degree College, Koratla. So today my topic name is protein synthesis. So first we see the what is means of DNA, chromosomes and gene. So where is the location? So what is the function? So first we discuss the DNA and chromosomes and genes. So each chromosomes contain many genes. So every cell have the center position nucleus. In that nucleus, so chromosomes are present. So each chromosomes contain many genes. So each genes contain many base pairs. So approximately 3000 of base pairs in each gene. So each gene carries the code for one specific polypeptide. Each gene carries the code for one specific polypeptide. So once again, so this is now see the central dogma of genetics. So what is means of central dogma? So central dogma is proposed by the scientist name is Crick. So DNA to RNA and RNA to protein. It is called as central dogma. So DNA sent to the information to mRNA. So this is called as transcription, and this genetic information passed to the mRNA to ribosomes. So it is called as translation. After the translation process, protein is synthesized. So the entire process is called as central dogma. So every cell in the nucleus have DNA. So this is the DNA. So this is the every cell have the nucleus. In the nucleus have DNA. So DNA by the process of transcription, by the process of transcription, RNA is synthesized. Okay, and this RNA is undergoes to the RNA and RNA processing. So after the RNA processing, mRNA is synthesized. In eukaryotes, these mRNA come out from the nucleus to cytoplasm. So this process is called as translation. So in that process, mRNA reach to the ribosomes, and polypeptide chain is synthesized. So now see the genetic code. The sequence of nucleotide base in DNA determines the sequence of amino acids in a polypeptide. So now see the genetic triplet code. So it is formed by the three bases of one amino acids. For example, AAG, it is a triplet code. GTC, it is a triplet code. So every code is redundant. That means more than one triplet can code for the same amino acid. So this is the protein. So every protein, recall the polypeptide or chain of amino acids, and a protein can contain several polypeptides. In the diagram we see these are all amino acids. So these all amino acids or several amino acids contain several polypeptides. So these are polypeptide chain. So every polypeptide chain have several amino acids. So the polypeptide chains, a group of polypeptide chain is called as protein. So a typical protein contains 100 to 200 amino acids, but all proteins are made up of only 20 different types of amino acids. All proteins are made up of only 20 different amino acids. So now see the RNA. RNA means ribonucleic acids. So in that, RNA structure is completely resembles to DNA. But in that RNA, nitrogen bases are adenine, guanine, cytosine, and uracil. In that DNA, thymine is present. In the thymine is replaced by the uracil in that RNA. So now see that there are three types of RNA involved in the protein synthesis. How many RNAs? Three types of RNA are involved in the protein synthesis. Now see the types of RNA. The first one is the mRNA. mRNA means messenger RNA. Second one is the rRNA, that means ribosomal RNA. Second one is the tRNA, that means transfer RNA. mRNA, so it is a copies of codon from DNA. So tRNA is a part of the ribosomes. RNA is the part of the ribosomes. And second one, third one is the last one is the tRNA. So what's the function of tRNA? It carries the amino acids to the ribosomes. It carries the from the cytoplasm to amino acid from the amino acids from the cytoplasm to carries the ribosomes. So this is the function of tRNA. So now see the mRNA structure. mRNA have many nucleotides. So in that three nucleotide pair is called as one codon. One codon. This is the codon. Second codon, third codon, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. So these three pairs of nucleotide, one is called one codon. So each group of three mRNA nucleotides is called a codon. Each codon codes for specific amino acids. So this is the structure of tRNA. So tRNA structure is a clover leaf model. This model is proposed by the Hawley. So each tRNA molecule has three base anticodon which complementary to the mRNA codon and also has a binding site for a specific amino acid. So we see this is the anticodon region and this is the amino acid binding site. It is called CCA end. This is the amino acid binding site and this is the anticodal region. This is the anticodal region. This is the amino acid binding site. So this is the tRNA structure. So now see the RNA, rRNA, ribosomal RNA. So a complex of molecule that makes up the structure of ribosome. So these binds to tRNA and mRNA. So it binds to the tRNA and mRNA. So this is the genetic code dictionary. So this is the first bases and these are the third bases. And middle one is the second bases. So U and third bases U. It is UU a codon indicate to phenyl alanine and next one U C and U. It is the indicate to the amino acid serine and U it is the indicate to the tyrosine and U. So it indicate the amino acid cysteine. So this is the codon dictionary. It is called as codon dictionary. Now see the protein synthesis. The protein synthesis consists of two stages. The protein synthesis consists of two stages. The first one is called as transcription. This is the first process. and second process is called as translation. This is the translation process. So protein synthesis consists how many stages? Two stages. The first one is in the transcription, second one is the translation. Transcription process is run at the nucleus and the translation process run at the ribosomes. Now see the transcription. First one we see the, so this is the first process of protein synthesis. This is the first process protein synthesis. So transcription take place in the nucleus. Transcription take place in the nucleus. So part of DNA strand unzip. So this is the complementary DNA strands. These are complementary DNA strands. So unwind the DNA. So and part of DNA strands unzips. These are, and mRNA nucleotides attached to DNA strand, forming a complementary strand. This is the complementary strand. So this is the complementary strand. And enzyme RNA polymerase. So mRNA detaches from DNA strand. So this is the RNA strand, and DNA zip back together, and mRNA can now carry the instruction out of the nucleus. So this is the steps involved in the transcription process. Now see the mRNA and DNA base pairing. So in that uracil is always pair with adenine, and adenine pairs with always with thymine. Thymine is always pair with adenine, and adenine always pair with uracil, and guanine always pair with cytosine. Cytosine always pair with guanine. So these are the mRNA and DNA base pairings. So this is the mRNA synthesis process. So this is the DNA. This is the DNA. In the DNA, it is an inactive DNA strand, and this is the DNA template strand. So this is the RNA polymerase enzyme. In the transcription is going here, the nucleotides of mRNA are joined by the enzyme. So the enzyme is RNA polymerase in an order complementary to a strand of DNA. This mRNA transcript is ready to move into cytoplasm. Where? Cytoplasm. So this is the cytoplasm. So this is the clear diagram of translation process. So this is the cell. So this is the cell. So in that cell, this is the nucleus. This is the nucleus. This is the nucleus. In that nucleus, this is the DNA, and this in the DNA enzyme it is called as RNA polymerase. In that transcription process, the genetic information is transferred to pre-mRNA. After the after formed of mRNA, so it is undergoes to the specific enzyme in that RNA processing. So in that after the RNA processing, mRNA is formed. So this mRNA is called as pre-mRNA, is also called as hnRNA, heteronuclear RNA. This heteronuclear RNA or pre-RNA undergoes to the RNA processing. After the RNA processing, mRNA is formed. So this mRNA is come out from the nuclear ports to the cytoplasm, and it is reached to the ribosomes, and then this genetic information carries from the DNA to ribosome through mRNA. So this process is called as translation. So now see the RNA processing. What is means of RNA processing? So when the after the transcription in the nucleus, RNA, mRNA, hRNA or nuclear RNA is formed. Sorry, hnRNA or pre-RNA is formed in the nucleus. So not all the DNA is part of genes. So introns in that pre-RNA, pre-RNA or hnRNA have some genes are not part of genes. So they are called as intron pieces. Some parts are called make a gene parts. So they are called exons. So pre-RNA is made up of with introns and exons. I means introns, E means exons. After the spliceosome enzyme, so uh, spliceosome the enzyme separate these introns from the pre-RNA or heteronuclear RNA. So then when these introns are removed from pre-RNA or hnRNA by the process of by the processing is called the process is called RNA splicing. So the enzyme involved spliceosome. So after the RNA splicing, mRNA is formed or mature mRNA is formed. So in that RNA splicing, that RNA processing or RNA splicing, intron section of mRNA are removed by ribozyme. It is a enzyme, ribozyme. So it is a RNA enzyme. Now first is next one we see the translation. Transcription is completed. Second, this is the second step in the protein synthesis, translation. So transcription take place outside the nucleus. So where? At ribosomes. So ribosomes are attached to the endoplasmic reticulum or free in cytoplasm, free in the cytoplasm. So in that translation process, in the translation process, so there are the three steps involved. So the first one is called as three stages are take place in the translation. The first is called as initiation. Second one is elongation. Third one is termination. Now see the three stages. First one is the initiation. What is means of initiation? Initiation means ribosomal subunits attached to mRNA strand. So at the start codon is called as initiation. The codons of mRNA are in the ribosomes at a time. So first this is the clear diagram to understand the translation process. So first we see the first step in the translation. So in the translation, this is the ribosome small subunit. So this is the mRNA. This is the ribosomal small subunit, and this is the mRNA. These are all codons. These are codons. A small ribosomal subunit binds to mRNA and initiator to RNA with anticodon. So UAC. For example, first mRNA codon is AUG. So this is the first initiation codon. So when come on the mRNA first initiation codon AUG, the tRNA UAC containing anticodon tRNA carries the methionine amino acid. One acid is called as amino acid is called as methionine. So this is the initiator tRNA. So, and second step. In the second step, the large ribosomal subunit completes the ribosome, and initiator tRNA occupies the first binding site, the second binding site. The first binding site is called as P site or peptidyl site. Second binding site is called as A site, amino acid site. And the next process is elongation. As each mRNA codon binds to the ribosomes at tRNA with the complementary anticodon binding brings the correct amino acid. And as the amino acids are delivered to the ribosomes, so they are joined by the peptide bonds forming growing chain. And sequence of codons determines the primary structure, and ribosomes moves along the mRNA one codon at a time. So this is the elongation process. Now see the elongation. So in that elongation, tRNA amino acids approaches the second bind site of the ribosome. This is the second binding site, A site. This is the P site. In that A site, the codon come from the GUA, and this GUA codon indicate anticodon tRNA is CAU. CAU anticodon tRNA carries the amino acid valine, and then these tRNA occupy the second site of ribosome A site, amino acid site, and then in that two tRNA can be at the ribosome at one time. The anticodon are paired to the codons. And the next step, A as the initiator tRNA leaves the first site. This is the initiator tRNA leaves the first site. And the initiator leave the first binding site. Its amino acid is passed the resident tRNA amino acid complex. So this valine containing tRNA occupies this site. And second one, and next step, the ribosomes has moved forward. The ribosomes moved forward. This is the forward, and making forward and making room from the next incoming tRNA amino acid complex. So this the empty place of another ribosome site occupy the next coming tRNA. And the last stage is termination. Termination means when the stop codon is reached to the ribosome detached from the mRNA and the polypeptide is released. This process is called as termination. This process is called as termination. So the new polypeptide may now enter the ER for modification. So this is the termination stage. So in the termination, the protein synthesis ceases as ribosomal subunit dissociate, and the completed polypeptide and the last tRNA and mRNA molecules are released. So this is the dissociation of small, bigger and small subunits, and mRNA chain is released, and the polypeptide chain is released, and tRNA is come out from the ribosomal complex. So this is the termination. So the polypeptide, small subunit, so this is the large subunit and small subunit polypeptide chain and mRNA. So mass of production of protein, mass production of protein. So many ribosomes may move along the same mRNA strand. So it is called as polyribosomes. So many ribosomes, this is the ribosomes, all ribosomes. Many ribosomes moves a single strand of mRNA chain or strand. So producing many copies of polypeptide, many copies of polypeptide. So these are polypeptide chains. So this is the complete diagram understand of protein synthesis process. So what we learn in the protein synthesis have the two stages. The first one is the transcription, second is the translation. Transcription process run on the nucleus. In that nucleus, DNA encodes the genetic information to pre-mRNA and or heteronuclear RNA. When the heteronuclear RNA is formed, in that introns are come out from that pre-RNA or hnRNA by the process of RNA processing. So after the RNA processing, mature RNA is formed, and this mature RNA come out from the nuclear pores to cytoplasm. So the next step is the in protein synthesis translation. So this mRNA reach to ribosomes, and ribosome, this is the ribosome. The ribosomes have small subunit and big subunit. In that in the big subunit, two places are there. So first place is called as P place, and second place is A place, peptidyl place, amino acid place. So these are tRNAs. So tRNA carries the amino acids to the ribosomes based on the mRNA codons. According to mRNA codons and related tRNA carries the amino acid on the ribosomal peptidyl places. So when the polypeptide chain is elongated by the bondings of peptide bonds, the polypeptide chain elongated. When the last stage of termination, so nonsense codons UAA, UGA, UAG codons are came on the mRNA. So ribosomes small big subunits are dissociated, and also tRNA also dissociated, and polypeptide chain is dissociated. So finally protein synthesis is completed. So this is the complete diagram of protein synthesis. So this is the polypeptide chain formation. So this is the participation of gene expression. So in that this is the DNA. DNA specific significance is the genetic information, and it is DNA means sequence of DNA bases. The mRNA have codons, and the sequence of 3 RNA bases complementary to the DNA, and tRNA, it is every tRNA have anticodon, and the sequence of 3 RNA bases complementary to the codon. So rRNA, so every RNA ribosomes having the rRNA, a site of protein synthesis, and amino acids, they are the building block of proteins and transported to the ribosomes by tRNA and protein. And so proteins, all proteins are these enzymes and structural proteins and secretory products, and all amino acids joined in a predetermined order is called as protein. Thank you.